Good morning, everyone. Today is the beginning of our third week. So I wish you a happy start of our third week of work. And I hope that you had a nice holiday or a weekend. Um, I really am very proud of each and every one of you with the quality of the work that you are submitting. I enjoyed reading and marking all your assignments during this weekend. And I already sent you your midterm mark. The midterm mark uh, is not the final because it contains only the 70% of your final work, 70%, so which means that most probably your final mark, if you're continuing at the same rate and the same level of and quality of work, your final mark will be 3 to 5% higher than your midterm mark. And also there is room for improving. We have a lot of time. And during this third week, you'll find that every day we have only one lesson to cover with more must-dos and less should-dos or aspire to do. So I hope that the new pace will be lighter and more comfortable for each and every one of you. Today is day 10. And as the reminders for today, first of all, our Teams meeting will be on Wednesday rather than Tuesday to be in the middle of the week to see exactly how you're doing with your work. And if you need anything before that or this afternoon, tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, don't hesitate to contact me. I do make my best to answer as soon as you. The first thing that you have to do is to go to the day 10 Google form and to check in to mark yourself present and go to the tracker sheet, put your name in the lesson you're working on so that we can easily make groups. Today there is a nice group activity, so for those who are already on pace and will be starting lesson 2.8, I hope that you have the chance of working together and forming groups, so you can do groups of map and check the activity feeds. There is the recording of our last meeting, and there is also the link for the note-taking forms. Just get ready with a new note-taking form and create your action plan and go to work. This urgent message is from your guidance counselor, so take time to read it. And if you are applying to university and expecting to be admitted this fall, so please send this information to Ms. Ferguson on this email. This is her email. So our deadlines, we already passed the deadline of Unit 1. Still, if there is anything that is missing, you can submit it before July the 28th. We passed the due date of Part A of Unit 2, which was yesterday evening. We are starting Part B, so the deadline of Unit 2, Parts A and B is July the 23rd. We are still in Unit 2, Biological Processes. We are in the first lesson in Part B, which is homeostasis, responding to changes, which is actually the nervous system and how it works. You'll find that the concepts that you have to cover in this lesson are more general, and the goal of learning is to learn how does the nervous system help in maintaining homeostasis and maintaining a stable environment in living organisms. This is our weekly agenda. Each day we have just one lesson. So we have the nervous system today, we have genetics and molecular genetics tomorrow and after tomorrow, and we have the kidneys and hormones and endocrine system on day 13. Finally, on day 14, on Friday, you will be making connections. Today, there is no mastery check that is graded, but the task, which is the research, is among the tasks that will be graded. Do your best to submit a nice with a should do in the minds on. Then in the actions, we have 5 must do's, and then finally you have a mastery check, and this is the consolidation. So as you can see in the Minds On, you'll start with the keywords as usual, try to use them in concept maps, try to use them in your notes. And I've been tracking your portfolios. Some of you are taking excellent notes, and I think that this will help you a lot next week. So if you haven't already started taking notes, start this week, because this will be very supportive during week 3 and week the next week, which is task here is a should do. It just explains what homeostasis is and how it's maintained, and it shows you how chemicals are involved in the transmission of any sensation or stimuli. And this is a very nice interactive. It's called the reaction time interactive. When you start the game, you'll find a blue dot. You just hit it, and how fast you hit it is what counts. So it will give you some measurements. After 30 seconds, it will tell you how many targets you have hit. And you will repeat your experiment several times, and it will ask you following specific procedures. So follow the procedures, follow the steps, and record your data, because the skill that is discussed here in this task is the collection and interpretation of data. So this is a nice interactive that you'll be working on, and the results will help you understand how living organisms. And when you do this task, you're going to share your results with your friend in the discussion with your classmates. Then for the action, we'll start with 2.8.2, which is a must do. It explains what feedback is, positive feedback and negative feedback. So positive feedback usually gets us away from homeostasis, but negative feedback returns us back to the homeostasis. So you will read, take notes, check this interactive, and when you take your notes, you're going to join the discussion, and you will submit a reflection on changes in your portfolio, and then you will submit another reflection on energy, also in your portfolio. Then you'll do this thermoregulation task. So it's a task that you will submit, and here you click, you get your Dropbox, and here if you click on this word, you'll find your rubric. So it's mainly on communication. You will draw a feedback diagram. So it's a drawing, but it's based on a research. You will research, and based on your research, you'll build up a feedback diagram. Then in the fourth task, another must do, you will read, watch a video, play an interactive. When you start here, it's like a video. It just gives you information with labeling, and to show you the difference between central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, where do they exist, what are the components of each. So it's interesting to take notes while playing with this. Then for electrical signaling and the action potential, you'll do a reading, video, take notes, and you will create a flow chart that summarizes the action potential. You will show the steps of the action potential in the form of a graphic organizer that we call a flow chart. Whenever there are steps or a procedure that we need to follow, the best graphic organizer to use is a flow chart. And you will submit it you will just save a copy in your portfolio. This is an interactive. You can reach it from this link, nerve signaling, or the link take you to this interactive where you will click stimulate neurons and follow the instructions. Usually when you do this interactive, you should have a piece of paper beside you where you are going to record your result. And finally, you will join the discussion. So this is a must do. Another video, and here you will submit the flow chart. So they give you an idea at the beginning about the flow chart, so that while working, you start creating your flow chart. You will take notes and take the information from this part of the lesson until the assignment. You will do the assignment, you will create your flow chart, and you'll post it in your portfolio. I will see it. Prep. It's preparation for the following mastery check, because we are going to have the mastery check when we finish homeostasis. There is another lesson on homeostasis later this week. This quiz is a self-check, a self-quiz. When you click here, you just answer the question, go to the next. It tells you, it gives you a feedback. And if you forgot, you can check the review part 1 and review part 2. It's an interesting review or tutorial on action potentials. And so it describes exactly what an action potential is. It's a little bit advanced, but it's interesting to build on your prior knowledge. In the consolidation, there is a research that you will do, which is changing neural activity. You will read thoroughly this paragraph. You will choose one of these changes to homeostasis, and you will research using PubMed. It's a search engine that will provide you with all the medical journals. So all the sources there are credible, and you're going to create a research and watch this video to show you exactly how you can do it. And use the checklist. It's a checklist for the learning skills that you need in order to submit a perfect research. Then you will do this changes and reflect and share your reflection in the discussion. And finally, the reflection on your learning skills. And this is our work for today. I hope that you enjoy your time with this with these activities, and see you tomorrow in a similar video, and on Wednesday in our Teams meeting. Have a good day.